is going on, guys? Project Vexer here with my very first tutorial, and today I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to make a simple typography effect in Photoshop. So this is a reference from Zero Dark 30. So it's exactly like that movie poster if you want to check that out to get some more inspiration. But basically, yeah, we're just going to make this. It should only take a few minutes, and it's a pretty simple effect if you can get some good images and stuff. So we're going to go to File, New, make a new composition, put the width to 1200 and the height to 1600. Hit OK, and now we should have a white background. If you have a white background, either just make it black by using the paint bucket tool or color overlay or anything. So once you make a black background, initiate your text tool, and for this one I'm going to use Bebas New, because that's a pretty popular font and it's very bold, so it should have the desired effect. And I'm setting it to 400 for font size. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did for the last one. Your title here. Let me actually make this into separate text layers so you can initiate them a little better. So basically all we have to do this tutorial is show how to just line up your text and align them correctly, and also how to make a kind of layer mask, but I'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so now that your text is selected and done, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the background layer. We're going to hit Control and click on the layer, and it should, first we have to unlock it by double clicking on it and then just hitting OK. So you're going to hit Control or Command if you're on a Mac, and then just click the background layer. Now it should make a selection of the background, and what you're going to do now is with all three of your text layers, you're going to go to Layer, Align Layers to Selection, Vertical Centers, and then you're going to do it again, Layer, Align Layers to Selection, Horizontal Centers. So now let me do that with all three of my text layers. Okay, and now that that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to move the two text layers that are not going to be in the center, either up or down according to where you want to place them. So basically what I'm going to do is select the Move tool. First you have to hit Control D or Command D if you're on a Mac to deselect the selection you made. And so then go to the text layer, and then go downward or upwards depending on what text you're moving. And if you have 3 words or 4 words, I'd just align them all so they're just barely touching at either the bottom or the top, like so. And now I'm going to do that with the other text layer. And the way I'm moving it is I'm just hitting the up key on my keyboard so I don't move it around accidentally or anything. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to use it like this. In the other one I made it equally spaced out, up arrow, an equal amount of times on both sides. But so here we go. Now comes the actual doing something part, now that we have our text aligned and everything set up. So what we're going to do is we are going to hit Control and just click on all of our text layers. And then we're going to right click and hit Rasterize Type. And then we're going to right click again and hit Merge Layers. Now that you merged your layers, what you have to do is you are going to hit Control and click on the merged layer you just created. And now you should have a selection of the type. Now you go to your background layer and hit Control X. So basically what you're doing is you're just cutting that selection from the background layer. And go to the text layer and delete it. Now what you should have is a transparent view of the text you made. So now, if you put anything behind the background, the picture will show just through the letters, if you can see here. So I just put a bunch of random pictures that I found on the internet, like this one's like a castle of some sort. Here's another castle, a staircase, a bear, a lizard even, some abbeys and wolves and stuff. So you're just going to find some random pictures and then just insert them into the text. So I shall just copy one of these, and once you find a picture, you're just going to copy and paste it into your file. And if you see here it comes out in front, what you're going to do is you're just going to go to the layer palette and just move it down so it's behind the background layer. If you see here, it makes a very nice selection. It gives you so the picture only shows up through the text. And now I'll just do it for just so I can for the other part of the text. And I'm just going to make it a lot simple here. A lot more simple than I did with the other one, because I don't want to find a whole like another 30 pictures. But yeah, so it's pretty simple. Once you get the hang of it, it should go by really briskly. And also, if a problem arises where your picture goes in front of another picture you're trying to work with, you can either do two things. You can either put that layer behind the layer that's interfering. So if you see here, I put that new layer in the backmost layer, and so it comes out nicely. But say something's wrong with your layers or it doesn't come out right, what you can do is you can go to the marquee tool and then just make the selection of what you want to get rid of. And once you make that selection, hit delete, and then hit Control or Command D to delete the selection. And also, if say you have something like, if you can see here, like say something interfering in the Y and the O, since it's not directly rectangular, what you can do is you can use the polygonal lasso tool, which is right under the marquee tool, and just make a selection of what you want to delete. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can make your own selection paths. So once you finish just playing around a little bit, you can really do whatever you want. I just added some text at the end for some extra effect. Oops. But basically, that's pretty much it. I'll just add the text just to, if you want any more inspiration. So, we got everything done here. Actually, there we go. I just made a very simple, not too great, but somewhat good example of what you can do with this. So basically now we're just going to make our little texts at the top and bottom just to kind of have a better recreation of my last one. So basically what I did is I put rulers on each end of each sides of the text, sorry. And now we're going to go to the text tool, and let's see what I did, what text I used for the other one. I used the text Wayne Narrow, the font. And you can do it to whatever size you want, and then say like something very dramatic and cool. And say you have some slogan that you want to put in, but it doesn't fit or something. What you're going to do then is see, like, say instead of your time is coming, I do your time is coming very soon. And just for symmetry's sake, if you have that, it's going to look like a very bad design. But what you can do is you can either turn down the font size, say to like 48, but even then sometimes it still doesn't fit. So what you're going to do is hit Alt on your keyboard and then either hit the back or forward arrow, depending on whether it's too big. So I'm going to just do that. if I can. There we go. And here the text kind of overlaid a bit. So let me just turn down the font size a little again. And then just make it so it can fit just right and still be legible. There we go. So your time is coming soon. Ooh. So what you want to do if you're actually doing a movie poster, you'd kind of want to lower the opacity on the text layer so it's not too striking. You want a light gray, and then just put it out, put at the bottom like coming on February 29th. There we go. That'll confuse them. And then see, for this one it's too short, so what you're going to do is you're going to hit Alt and then the forwards key until the selection fits the ruler, the in between the rulers. Okay, and there you go. A nice, easy movie poster that only takes 2 steps if you do it right. So thanks guys, and remember to subscribe, and hope you like the video. Thanks.